Death comes for us all, and people tend to live their lives not thinking about it, pretending that it will never happen to them. Most are quite ignorant of what death actually is. And there are a lot of wrong-headed ideas about what death is and what happens after one passes from this earth. Some teach that people are reincarnated to live again in a different body. That is false. Others think that death is the cessation of everything, that they simply vanish and are no more. That is also false. So today we are going to cover the basics of death from the only source of spiritual truth, the Bible. Death began in the Garden of Eden, in the very first book of the Bible. The famous story of Adam and Eve is historical fact. Adam and Eve were created by God to walk in perfect fellowship with Him and to live with Him forever. There was no death in the garden. Not even the plants died. All life was created to exist eternally, and the spark of eternity is still within us. But as the story goes, Adam and Eve broke covenant with God, fracturing the relationship between them and the sovereign source of all life. Adam and Eve essentially pulled the plug on their lives, and the light went out. Spiritually, they died immediately, and every descendant of theirs right up until this day are all born spiritually dead. Eventually, Adam and Eve also died physically, and that's where we are today. We are all born spiritually dead, and eventually we all die physically. Death is a separation. Physical death is when a person's spirit separates from their body. That is why people look at a deceased person and say, "She's gone. The spirit has left the body and entered into eternity." The body decays and disappears. The spirit, however, lives on because that is how God designed it. Every man, woman, and child living on planet Earth has an invisible clock ticking. I call it the biological clock. And when your biological clock ticks down to zero, your heart will stop beating and you will pass into eternity. You will be conscious with all your feelings and all your memories. And here is a vitally important spiritual truth. Once you die, your eternal destiny is sealed. In eternity, there are only two destinations for departed souls. One is a limitless, spectacularly beautiful expanse that fills eternity, a place where nothing impure or corrupted will ever enter. The other place is a prison called hell, a place where everything horrible exists, totally devoid of anything good or beautiful, a place of misery and suffering. Every person will be in either heaven or hell, no exception. So what decides your destination? Well, the only people who will be in heaven are those whose names are written in the book of life. And the way your name is placed in the book of life is by believing in the Lord Jesus Christ, the risen Lord, the Son of God, who died on the cross 2,000 years ago and rose from the dead. And by repenting, that is, turning from your sin to serve God rather than yourself. Don't wait. Listen, believe, live it. Because the other death, the second death, is when those who are not reconciled to God are separated from God for all of eternity. Don't let that be your fate. Believe in the Lord Jesus Christ today. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.